Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a view of my controller and certain cinematic moves that I use in my videos. Take a look at my controller and learn those moves as well. It's going to take a lot of practice. Mainly what I'm trying to show is certain points of interest and the different types of moves that I use to get shots of those points of interest. I film in 24 frames per second. I don't film at anything higher unless required by the client to do so. I film in 60 frames only if I need to slow something down, but most of the time it's in 24 frames per second. I'm going to be using the PL ND filter from Freewell, so I'm probably going to be using an ND8 filter. I'm by the lake and it's going to be a lot of reflections, so I need to cut off those reflections, get some more color, and yeah, I'm about to start filming right now. So the ND PL8 filter is on and I'm ready to fly. What I like about these filters is that it's got a horizontal side and a vertical side, so you can just, rotate the filter for horizontal when you're doing horizontal videos and photos, and vertical for when you're doing vertical videos and photos. Freewell said that that's the best amount of polarization you can get, on those sides. So. Okay, so the first move I'm going to do is, moving closer to this ship. Now, for these really smooth cinematic moves, you want to keep it in cine-smooth mode, so you have the best, smoothness, and you have it like it's pretty slow. So, yeah. So I'm just going to move down and move to the left. So I'm descending, rotating, and then I'm just going to move back slowly so I can just showcase hopefully the entire ship. So if you look at my right stick, I'm slowly moving down and back, at the same time rotating on the left stick too. There we go. That's the kind of shot I was looking for. And now I can just move back and up. Okay, let's try something different. So since the Mini 3 Pro can rotate its gimbal about 60 degrees upward, if I'm not mistaken, we should try something different. So I'm gonna move low, and I want to keep this in the center of my frame. So I'm going to move the gimbal up about here. Yeah, that's what I want to keep in my frame. I'm going to increase the shutter speed. I used the wrong ND filter, should have used 16, but hey, it is what it is. So now I'm going to put in cine-smooth mode, and I will rotate to the left and maybe try ascending as well at the same time. So slow, gradual movements. Oops. Okay, now it's better. And like when you find that sweet spot, just stay there. I'm just gonna try to ascend slowly, and maybe then try slowly to also point the gimbal down. Okay, that went a little abrupt, but you get the idea. Okay, I'm gonna try and make a rotation around this spot here. So I'm gonna try and keep it as slow and smooth as I can. So I'm trying to move back and higher at the same time as well. Haven't done this in a while, so sometimes I get lazy and just use the POI, which shouldn't be the case, but haven't practiced doing this in a while. But I guess once I get my controller for the DJI avata, I'll be practicing more like this. So then you can slowly rotate the gimbal then to reveal your shot. So I'm just gonna point the gimbal down toward these chairs, and I will change my shutter speed a little bit, make it a little bit bright. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm gonna put on smooth mode and just like do that. That's it. So slight rotation and you're moving upward at the same time. So kind of like a rocket shot, but you're adding some a little bit of variation. And if you don't like it going upward, you can always reverse it in post, and you know, so it looks like it's coming down. And it's a pretty interesting shot. I mean, if you find something symmetrical like this kind of looks like an eye, you know, so it's pretty interesting. If you find some sort of symmetry, you know, you move along the line to showcase that symmetry. It's pretty cool. So what I can also do is, you know, just point the gimbal down all the way, move forward, and maybe move sideways in a line. This might be a little difficult, but I will try. So just like move sideways in normal mode. I'm just trying to keep the line straight, but that's it. Very simple shot. See, you get to see the boat, the small boat right there in the lake too. You know, just a very simple shot. Now let me try something else. So maybe some sort of a tracking shot, perhaps. I can try and track this boat. You know, just maybe flying normally because it's going pretty slow. So the goal is to obviously keep it in the center of the frame and try and keep, you know, the shots as smooth as you can. Just moving forward and revealing the shot. Now I'm also going to try and rotate around them. It's nice that they're moving, you know, slower, because I can track them better in normal mode. You know, not as much jerky movements if I had to put it in sport mode. I don't know what was there behind me, so I didn't move forward. Hey, take care guys, have fun. What else? Just like I said, like, you know, if you find something that is, you know, interesting, you find something like a point of interest, you know, try and keep it in the center of your frame, and, you know, perform certain moves around it. Like, you can always add variations, like, you know, you don't always have to move in an orbit. Like, for example, in this shot, let me try something else. Am I close to this thing? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it here a little bit high, and what I want to do is move toward the left and rotate and descend at the same time, and maybe also give it an upward gimbal tilt slowly. This is going to require a lot of practice. I will do my best. So now I'm rotating slowly, also trying to descend at the same time. Actually, you know what, I'll also try and move a little closer. Add a slight gimbal tilt too. Okay. So I'm trying to move closer to it, rotate, descend at the same time. These shots are pretty hard, but then they look real nice. They look real good. Let me try doing the same thing, but this time I'll try ascending and moving closer to it. So I'm just gonna move forward to the left, and also try to ascend at the same time, slowly. Oh wow, that looks nice. So once you find the sweet spot, not just on the control sticks but even on the gimbal, just like hold it there and let it, like, you know, tilt down slowly as you move closer and as you rotate and, you know, ascend as well at the same time. Now that's pretty cool. That's a nice shot. Now obviously one of my favorite shots is the tilt reveal, and yeah, it's always been, you know, one of my favorite shots to capture certain points of interest, or like an introduction shot. I use it a lot. I use it very often. Now the good thing here is, like, since it tilts upwards of 60 degrees, you don't need to always, like, you know, start from the bottom and then tilt it up. You can start from the top and you know, and then bring it down slowly to reveal your shot. So I'm just gonna reduce the shutter speed a little bit. Yeah, I think that's about nice. Okay, so now I'm just gonna move back and rotate the camera, rotate the gimbal down, and reveal the ship. So yeah, I mean, these kind of shots, like, if you find some certain points of interest, you should always, like, you know, try and perform different types of cinematic maneuvers, you know. So just, like, go out, practice, find certain points of interest, try doing different points of different maneuvers around them. Now remember that the different speeds you fly at also, you know, makes an impact. Like if you put something in sport mode, you add more energy to the shot. You can always, you know, use the gimbal for different angles, so it gives more depth to the story. The height you fly at matters as well. Now just because you have a drone doesn't mean you should always fly high. Getting shots low to the ground is also pretty cool. So speaking of which, maybe I should try flying close to something. These guys are dancing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Actually, there is one more shot that I really think would be really cool. And since you have about 2 or 3 times, no, 2 times zoom, digital zoom, you know, you could try and get some nice parallax shots. So take this ship for example. So what I'm trying to do is, you know, give it some energy by moving a little fast and also rotating around in very nice parallax shot. Look at the background, looks so cool. That's a very interesting shot. Now you could also add some dolly zoom into this shot, since if you're using the new DJI RC, it's got you've got another wheel which you can use for, you know, zooming in and zooming out. So for example, let's say I'll zoom in and then I'll just move forward and try to zoom out. Sorry, so I'm just gonna move forward and, okay, that was a little abrupt, so you gotta do it a little slow. So I'm moving forward and slowly zooming out. See how cool that looks? So you have an inbuilt zoom feature which you can use, you know, for dolly zoom. And you can also do the same in post. If you do it in post, it's even better. But if you want to do it here, you can do it here as well. Just keep in mind that it's digital zoom. So I'm going to move back as well and do the same thing. This time I'm going to zoom in. So you see that effect it brings in. Make sure you're rotating the wheel nice and smooth, because you don't want it to look abrupt. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Now in my upcoming videos, I'm going to be working on how you can get cinematic footage, from frame rates to composition. And I'm also going to work on a video where I show you, color corrections, color grading, and, adding more variations to your shots. And I'm going to go more into detail on just like the different types of shots. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. And if there's any other type of video that you want to watch, let me know and I'll work on those videos as well. And I'm also working on a ND filter video to explain the shutter speeds, and also work on a long exposure photography video. Well, just a whole bunch of videos coming, but if there's anything in particular that you want to watch, let me know down in the comments below and I'll make sure to work on those. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.